Take your seats, everybody. Thank you. Next, it's my distinct pleasure to introduce a friend of mine, a friend of the REA's, Martyn Holmes, Chief Commercial Officer of Embraer Commercial Aviation. And Martyn has been to a couple of leaders' conferences before, still a relatively new face in our journey, but has 25 years in the aviation journey overall, and has started with Rolls-Royce and played roles in Embraer's global commercial services and internationally. And since 2020, he's led your global commercial strategy, and he's driven a lot of growth and innovation, and I'm sure he'll tell us a little bit about that today. Embraer has been a steadfast partner to all of us, and it's really important now more than ever, those kind of partnerships that take us through challenging times and the opportunities ahead. So Embraer has been an incredible partner throughout our 50 years, and please join me in welcoming Martyn Holmes.
25 years. Ouch. Right, let's put the minutes. Good morning, everyone. Genuinely, thank you, Faye. It's a privilege, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Regional Airlines Association. For over half a century, the RAA members have shaped the backbone of America's air transportation system. And you have been part of connecting major cities and remote communities alike. And as this chart shows here, regional aviation is more than a business model. It's a lifeline. 90% of American cities rely on some form of regional air service, and 41% are exclusively served by regional airlines. It's the reason a student from Montana can fly home for holidays, or a patient from rural Alabama can go for specialist support in Atlanta. It's the quiet infrastructure that connects this great country. And Embraer is very much part of that infrastructure. I think you've got to go on another slide. No. Embraer is part of that. We're not just supporting regional aviation, we're embedded in the United States. With over 17 facilities and 2,500 Embraer employees based in the United States. We have a footprint that spans executive jet MRO, MRO operations, and commercial aviation support. And our operations are projected over the next 10 years to support over 13,000 US jobs through $42 billion worth of goods and services spent over that decade. And we maintain a tactical presence in 32 US states. And we continue to invest. We're investing $500 million US on a maintenance facility in Texas. We're expanding operations in Florida, and we're growing presence from Melbourne to Mesa, Cleveland to Fort Worth. Our aircraft support 40% of departures at major US airports, carrying 100 million passengers annually. roughly about 10% of US air traffic. And it's not just in the commercial space. We're proud to contribute to national defense. We're tailoring the KC-390 tanker to meet US Air Force specifications. If selected, the program would drive $500 billion of additional US investment, further strengthening our commitment to the US aerospace ecosystem. But we're looking ahead as well. Through Eve, a US-based air mobility company listed on the New York Stock Exchange, we're helping to shape the future of advanced air transportation through eVTOL technology, global support networks, and innovative air transportation networks. But we're not just a supplier, we're a partner. We've intertwined in the future and the regional aviation in the broader US air transport system. But as we look back at 50 years, it's worth remembering Embraer's journey is approximately around that time. It was 1973 that Embraer delivered the first commercial aircraft, the 110 Martyn. I don't know if there's many people who can remember going back that far, but that was to the Brazilian Air Force, designed to connect remote communities, and it laid the foundation for Embraer's future. By the late 1970s and early 1980s, the Embraer 110 began appearing in the US fleets, operating with commuter airlines like Wigan Air, Airways, and Air Now. It was rugged, it was reliable, and it was built for the kind of connectivity that defines regional aviation still to this day. And then we fast forward to today. The 175 has become the backbone of US regional fleets. It was first flown in 2003 and went into service in 2005. It was designed specifically for US regional carriers, offering mainline comfort, efficiency, and compliance with US scope laws. But today I want to talk about where we are, where we're headed, and how Embraer is working alongside you to meet the challenges and opportunities that define regional aviation in 2025 and beyond. Now, regional aviation, as you well know, has always been a balance. It's matching the right aircraft to the right mission, keeping costs sustainable and delivering passenger experience that rivals mainline services. But that balance is under pressure. Across the US, regional airlines are grappling with aging fleets, rising operating costs, and evolving passenger expectations. 50-seat jets that powered regional connectivity for decades, the CRJ200s, the ERJ145s, are nearing the end of their economic life. At the same time, the market is shifting. Over the past decade, the average seating capacity for regional aircraft has grown from 58 to 67 seats. That's not just a trend, that's a reflection of greater efficiency pressures and the realities of scope laws. And passengers are returning, the greatest number than before. Demand for domestic travel has already surpassed pre-pandemic levels. In 24, we exceeded 2019 levels by 4.2%. And projections show that this year, that will be 6.7% more revenue passenger miles than we had back in 19. These aren't just leisure routes, these include flights that are too long to drive, too small for mainline aircraft, but absolutely essential for our connectivity. As the older fleets sunset, we need reliable, efficient aircraft that has never been more required. And that's where the E175 you see there has become more indispensable. In an environment where passenger experience are rising, operational efficiency is paramount, the E175 has clear advantages. It delivers speed, it delivers efficiency, increased schedule utility, dependable reliability, all with exceptional customer experience, smooth ride quality, and mainline comfort standards, all while maintaining competitive economics. That combination of performance and comfort is why so many operators choose the 175 for their regional service. And today, nearly half of the 1,500 regional jets that fly for Alaska, American, Delta, and United are Embraer jets. That's 760 aircraft in the US regional fleets, each one helping operators service the communities that depend on them. But always, Embraer has focused to improve and partner with our customers for the future. Together, we have the opportunity to redefine regional aviation. delivering combined mainline service level experience with regional efficiency. I wanted to highlight here just some of the improvements we keep making on the 175. You know, the 175 cabin has been redesigned throughout now, and this will meet and exceed mainline standards with new features coming along in 2027. Larger overhead bins to accommodate one wheels first bag per person. Modern redesigned seats for enhanced comfort. LED mood lighting and features that enhance passengers' experience. And beyond the cabin, further aerodynamic improvements, radar upgrades, exploring advanced materials like shark skin coating to boost efficiency. And if you go back to 2014, you remember one of the major advances we made was the 45-degree wingtip. That improved aerodynamic efficiency, redesigned with increased surface area, reduced drag, and most notably, the fuel burn improvement was 6.4% compared to previous models, demonstrating how we keep moving operator costs down and maintaining performance and reliability. And more recently, a major milestone has been the 175 is now operating into Aspen with SkyWest, replacing the CRJ700s on selected routes, operating safely to one of the world's most demanding mountain airports. A powerful testament to the 175's capability and the strength of the program and our partners. These upgrades keep making the 175 more compelling. And that demand speaks for itself. SkyWest placed an order for 60 more 175s this year, with purchase rights for 50, delivering from 27. That follows, for those who remember, American Airlines last year ordering 90 175s for options for 43. Together, these commitments contribute to Embraer's record backlog of $13.1 billion US. And for those who've been keeping account, that gets the 175 program over 1,000 units sold. And just last week, which might explain my jet lag, I was in Perth, Western Australia for the delivery of the 1900th E-Jet to Virgin Australia. A powerful reminder of the trust our partners have in this platform and the enduring impact Embraer and the E-Jet has had on the regional aviation space. And I think that level of confidence speaks volumes for the platform we built together and its position to lead regional aviation for the years to come. A part of that framework is to monitor regulatory environments. And we're evolving that and looking at ADSB out in ROAS, ADT, TRFD. With Congress and the FAA moving towards potential mandates, Embraer is proactively evaluating the impact of these changes and ensuring the 175 will meet those future compliance requirements. Our commitment is clear. We will make the necessary updates to keep the 175 aligned with regulatory requirements and operating needs. But we also keep a close eye on the future and eyes on the 50-seat category. When demand has shifted towards larger aircraft, we continue to see how we can serve this space, especially with emerging technologies. The economics are different, but the need for connectivity remains strong. In fact, 82% of passenger routes in the US connect cities with fewer than 100 daily passengers in each direction. Completely suited for regional service, low-density routes are critical to ensuring nationwide access, but they don't support larger aircraft. And it's clear the growing demand for sustainable solutions driven by commitments from airlines and regulatory mandates and evolving passenger expectations. And we understand that decarbonising aviation requires a system-wide effort. And that's why Embraer has been working with on airlines, regulators, and suppliers, as we identify market opportunities to define characteristics of winning products. But sustainability isn't just about innovation, it's about action, accountability, and long-term partnerships with measurable impact. The Energy Family, as you see here, is our strategic framework for assessing disruptive technologies to achieve our net zero commitments by 2050. Embraer continues to work on concepts to increase readiness for each proposal, respecting each phase of the study and understanding the market. Boldness and innovation are hallmarks of Embraer. If anybody gets to know Embraer, you understand where our DNA comes from. It's an engineering DNA. It's an innovation DNA. It is what's made Embraer who we are today. And we have several R&D fronts aiming to advance these technologies for future applications in low-emission aircraft. Beyond ensuring the compatibility of our products with 100% SAF by 2030, Embraer has several other initiatives to advance low emissions. To mention just a few, we have the joint venture with Japan's Nidec Corporation called Nidec Aerospace, and that's to develop electric propulsion systems for aerospace sector. We have a high voltage battery partnership with CPQD and Embraer. We have worked with FINIP, Brazilian Government Innovation Agency, to lead zero innovation technologies and R&D with other companies and universities across Latin America. And we have FlyMove, for example, a partnership between ITA and the Sao Paulo State Research Foundation with shared investment over the next 5 years that looks at future air mobility, be it low carbon aviation, autonomous systems, or advanced manufacturing. Embraer is reaching globally around this innovation. We are developing and validating innovative and complex technologies that will allow the design and production of aerodynamic and structurally highly efficient wings in composite material. And we're working on that technology readiness. But as those who know in Embraer, we tend to work hard on these types of technologies, but we've got multiple sectors that we are able to leverage. And those who have seen it in executive aviation, whether it's defense, whether it's commercial, Embraer is able to bring that breadth of experience to bear with our innovation. Now, it's not just about technology readiness that some of us were discussing this morning. Scope clause restrictions, especially around weight and seat count, continue to shape what's possible, often limiting how far we can push innovation in regional aircraft design. So the path forward also depends on how infrastructure evolves, how new energy sources are priced and distributed, and how broadly the new ecosystem can be matured. There's still uncertainty about future costs, and suppliers have to consistently emphasize the greater technological maturity before widespread adoptions of these technologies become viable. But even as we look ahead, the truth remains clear. The 175 offers the speed, comfort, and mainline continuity and reliability that passengers demand, and the economics operators need. But we don't do it alone, and I would recognise here our engine partners, Rolls-Royce, Pratt & Whitney and GE, for their long-standing collaboration and commitment to power and regional aviation. While the past few years have been brought supply chain challenges that we all know about across the industry, we've appreciated their continued efforts and performance as we move forward. But before I close, I want to just thank the Regional Airlines Association for its enduring partnership with Embraer and your leadership and advocacy, I didn't forget, and help shape your industry and be a proud part of it. But celebrating 50 years isn't just about looking back, it's about looking forward. We look forward at Embraer to the continuous evolution of the 175, to continue to set the standards of regional aviation. We look forward to innovation that will redefine sustainability and efficiency. And I do genuinely believe, and I say this to all people joining our industry now, they may be looking at some of the most exciting moments in our industry for a very long time. The technology is coming to bear, the different companies are pushing the boundaries. I think it's never been more exciting to be an engineer and be involved. And we're looking forward where no community is left behind as we keep connecting the United States. Because regional aviation thrives, communities thrive. And we're proud to be part of that future together with all of you in this room. Thank you.